student studying in CambridgeOLevel and you have a subject computer science level 210 syllabus 2, this video is for you. This is a live video. This is my first lecture. My name is Syed Safdarushan Shah. I am a computer engineering. I have got MS degree, PhD degree, and I have vast experience. And today I am going to give you overview of syllabus. I will guide you through. I hope this will help you get a good grade. Okay, so first of all, because today lecture is is going to guide you what is the syllabus of 2210, and syllabus is for the exam 2026 to 2028. Uh, as you know, it's a Cambridge and Cambridge International.org has mentioned syllabus overview. First of all, if you can see on the screen that I am scrolling it down, syllabus overview is mentioned here, but syllabus here it is. This is a old syllabus, 2023 to 2024, 5, and here it is below is a 2026 to 2028 syllabus, and we are going to see the latest one, 2026 to 2028 syllabus. What is in it? And I hope it will be great for you. If you are joining us for the first time on this channel, please subscribe to our channel, press the bell icon so that in future we will have in-depth, detailed lectures on each and every topic of this. And I hope uh, uh, you will get good marks as well as good knowledge. And this is the basic purpose and fundamental. I think it's important that you must have clarity on each and every topic. So when we click on that, we will have something like that. I'm going moving forward, and here it is. This is syllabus, Cambridge Assessment International Education, and this is a syllabus for you. And Cambridge O Level Computer Science 2210. I hope it will be great for you. So one by one, I am going to see each topic, but I am going to skip those topics which are not mandatory to mention here. But one by one, I am scrolling down to the below page, and here we see. First of all, this is one. Why choose Cambridge International? I think it's in detail, in depth. I don't need to read it out, and you can read it. And here it is. Basically, this is the content. Okay, yes. What is this content? This is very important, dear students. What is its content? And we are going to see that. Why choose this syllabus? Syllabus overview aims, and then content overview assessment. I think all in all, and look at below. There are, if you see here, yes. Detail of the assessment of paper 1, it will be a computer system, and paper 2 will be from algorithm and program and logic. Here I am going to show you and zooming out, and how you can proceed in that way. I think it's clear for you, but we go below and see further what is in it. Remember, this is an introductory, lecture regarding all about your this subject for 26 to 28 exams at O level computer science, and 2210. Okay. And we move forward, and we look at that, and here it is. We read here, and here we can say that support to Cambridge O level. What is the planning and presentation, preparation, teaching, and assessment, so on. So I'm skipping it. So, and here we go. This is our aim. Yes. And this is the page. We are looking forward to see it. Syllabus overview. You can see that. What is it? The aim describes the purpose of a course based on this syllabus, and you can read it out. And the aims are to enable students to develop what kind of skills we are going to develop: computational thinking and understanding of the main principles of solving problems using computer. We will use computer for this to clarify our concept. The skills necessary to solve computer-based problems using high-level programming languages. What are the high-level programming languages? C++, Java, Python, and etc. are the high programming languages. I think that will be great when we study. An understanding of the you can read it out, but I'm reading it out because this is an introductory lecture. And understanding of the computer parts of the computer system and how they interact. What are the computer system parts, just like central processor unit, random access memory, read-only memory, and so on, and how they interrelate with each other. And this is a basic phenomena and concept which we are going to study in this course. And understanding the internet as a means of communication and its associated risk. Yes, it's very important. Internet, mother of networks, it is called, because I am communicating with you through internet, and similarly, what is what is communication from source to destination, how the signal travels, and we will cover all these things and its associated risk, called tripping and cyber security issues are there, and there are many more issues, and we will tackle all these concepts, all these factors in the future lectures in depth. This is a fundamental basic, our introductory lecture for, for O-level students. An understanding of the development and use of automated emerging technologies. Look at it. Two words: automated and emerging technology. What are automated? It means the automated means our machinery is so intelligent that it can work as in an automatic way. And similarly, for emerging technology, you will see that the latest technologies which are emerging nowadays, and we will discuss on it in details. Dear students, if you are new to this our channel, you can subscribe it and press bell icons and share it to your friends, and it will be very helpful for them as well. So what are the contents overview we are going to discuss in a simple way? What is it? First of all, there are following topics are there. First of all, we can see that is a computer systems. Yes, what is computer systems? What are we going to cover in the future? Because this is an introductory lecture, and first of all, it's a data representation. Yes, what is data? Data is we can say it something, some entity which carries information. Okay, and data representation. We are going to represent in binary, which is 0-1 bits format, and then denary or decimal base of decimal system, and many more as well. And simply, second is you can see that in the computer system concept is data transmission. Yes, how a data communicated from source to destination through different nodes, and we will tackle all those concepts which have been which are mandatory for your, this course. Hardware, yes, hardware. What is hardware? Anything which we can see and touch on our computer system, our laptops, etc. Hardware, just like I can say that this is a monitor is your hardware, and simply your central processor unit, RAM, external ROM, and motherboard, etc. Keyboard and external devices are all these things are hardware. We will study. And similarly, for software, what is software, dear students? Software are the instructions given to the computer hardware to do what a computer is supposed to do. Yes, basically these are instructions, and we are giving to computer hardware to do what a computer is supposed to do. And we will study in deep detail. There are two types of software, and a system software and other application software. And we will see in depth and details about these, software concept. Then fifth is the internet is used. Yes. A mother of networks is the internet, and we will study it, and we will see that all the concepts covering yes O level, O level 22 10 subject, and according to our exam preparation. And remember one thing, we will also see some, past papers, and we will solve it for your help. But first of all, this is as I have already mentioned you, this is the introductory lecture for you, and we are going through all the basic concepts one by one, but not in depth. And then we will move forward for one by one, from one to others. All these concepts will be clarified, and one by one, and then we will move forward for past papers, and then we will do mock testing as well, just like the paper you will. I hope you will get good marks in your papers. So this is the how in a fifth computer system you can see that the internet and its uses, and we will see that what is internet and what are its uses. And then sixth point is automated and emerging technologies. As I already discussed about it, uh, basically, automated means something machinery itself is doing some kind of tasks, and technologies, the latest technology which are emerging, and the old technologies are becoming absolute, and we will discuss in detail and further. Just like we can see that in a computer, and sorry, we can see that in mobile, the Nokia old, uh, or mobile are obsolete almost, but now it's a touch mobile, Android, iPhone are there. And in the similar way, in a different technology, well, imagine that's like in artificial intelligence and robotics and etc. We will see in detail all these concepts, and we will see how they are good for us, for humanity, and considering our topic, coursework and exam. Yes, and this is a, I think we can say this is computer systems is a paper one as well. I will show you the marks and then percentage and something weightage as well. And then next is a, paper will be algorithms, programming and logic. What will it cover? Basically, it's a seventh point, and we can see that algorithm design and problem solving. What is algorithm? Okay, and then how does it solve problem before programming, and we will see in detail. And then similarly, in programming, the next step, if we can write algorithm in a good way, okay, just like flowchart is one of the concept, but algorithm is other concept, just like symbolic way we write something, is some instruction, how to do perform some function, some program, some smaller to the largest one, but and then these algorithms may be converted into programming languages, just like high level language. Python is a very useful language, then Java, C++, and many more. There are hundreds of languages are there in today's world. I think that will be great for when we study it in depth. And then there's a database. When we uh, when we discuss databases, we directly go to the Microsoft Access. Yes, it's a fundamental database where we can query, we can maintain our data of any kind, and then we can query about that data, we can access that data, and many more. Similarly, there are Oracle database and many more. We will go into in depth according to our syllabus given in Cambridge, and we will follow some books as well to cover our topic. And there is a Boolean logic. Yes, gates are there, AND gate, OR gate, NAND gate, NOT gate, which makes something switching very easy, transistor way, and we will study in depth all these things, because these are the fundamental parts, which are being utilized in our computer system as well. And we will draw something out of it, the results. We will write some equations, and then we will put into the logic gates and get some, through table we get some output as well. All these things will be, covered in depth and details, hopefully. So these are our topics, and these are the most 10 topics in the computer system 6, and all the programming and logic are further 4, and basically this is a complete paper as well. But each topic will be covered in detail. There are a lot more, lots of information there, and we will study and go one by one. Okay, now we move forward, and you know what is it further. Here, assessment overview. How there are two types of paper. Paper one, paper two. I have zoomed it out. Here it is. Zoom in it. Paper one, 1 hour and 45 minutes. 50% weight is there. Conversation of 75 marks are there. Short answers and structured. Questions are there. So there will be short questions, structured questions, something, and questions will be based on topics 1 to 6. Okay, of that subject. What is 1 to 6? Here it is. These are the 1 to 6 from data representation to automated emerging technologies. And this paper first will be from a short question will be and structured question will be from these topics. All questions are compulsory. Yes, dear students, and nothing, no choice. Just like in different portions, in Pakistan, and Punjab, and around the world. But here, all the questions are mandatory. No calculators are permitted. Externally assessed. Yes, here papers are assessed in a strict manner and externally assessed to give you final marks and weighting. And then is a paper two and algorithm logic and programming logic. Similarly, short question and structured language, and these will be from 7 out to 10 of the subject content. Yes, these are the subject contents from here. It is we can see that I am making a large algorithm design and problem solving, programming, database Boolean logic. Yes, it's great. So we come back here. Here it is. All questions are mandatory and no similarly externally accessed. We move forward, and here we go. And there is another very important assessment objectives are there. A1, A02, A03. You can read it out, and I'm not going to spend some time here. And as I want to go directly to the topics in depth, which we will study and we'll get knowledge about it and hopefully get good grades. We move forward. Here it is. Now we are sorry, wait a bit. I am subject contents. Okay, now we are at subject contents. Here it is, and here is computer systems, and I'm going to make it larger, and we will see that here is the data representation. Okay, now in depth and details are there in this. What is data representation? First of all, number systems. Okay, what is it? Candidate should be able to what? Understand why a computer use binary to represent all forms of data. Yes, very important question is there. That how, why, we will address all these questions in future lectures. But alongside notes and guidance are given, and we are going to give you a brief overview of it. Any form of data needs to be converted to binary to processed by a computer. Here it is. This is the answer to that question. And data to be processed using logic gates stored and registered. Yes, once again, very important concept. First of all, computer can understand the language of 0, 1. Dear students, listen it carefully. Computer can understand the language of 0, 1. It cannot understand any language. When we press A, B, C, or some other, 1, 2, 3, it cannot understand directly. First, it will have to be translated into binary 0, 1, and all the data is stored on computer memory in the form of binary. That's why it's very important. It's mandatory to convert all data into binary. That's why we uh, this is our purpose. How it is converted, it's a topic which we will cover in depth and detail from high level language, and there are different formats and formula, or there are ASCII, American Standard Code for Information Interchange, and so on, because experts have done a great and wonderful job from processing from ordinary English symbols or something to the mapping to that binary. Okay, and then logic gates. Okay, I have already told you is the and or not gate. These are used for processing something, getting giving input to the gates and getting out logic gates. And register is a small type of memory, we can call it register, which store data, and similarly, understand. We can understand. Here it is. Understand second A part. Understand the denary, binary, and hexadecimal system. What is denary, binary, and hexadecimal number system? Denary is a decimal, which is base 10. Normal, we when you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 10, and so on. This is a denary system. And binary is 0, 1. And hexadecimal is a base 16. This is a basic difference between these. Here we can see that denary is a base 10 system, binary is a base 2 system, hexadecimal is a base 16 system. That's great. Convert between positive denary and positive binary. Yes. Positive decimal, because there are two types of the decimal is one is a positive, just like we call plus 5 or 5 one, and negative is as well, negative minus 5. Similarly for binary, for example, if we want to represent 2010, is a positive, but something is there at the right position. It's a, the complement is there, and we will see that how binary is represented negative as well. So let's see here. Here we see values used will be integers only. Okay, there will be nothing but integers. Yes. Okay. And similarly, conversion in both direction. For example, binary to binary or binary to binary, binary to binary. In both way, reversible. We will cover these topics, and this is a fundamental, basic, introductory lecture regarding this. I hope it will clear few concepts here, and for future, if you are trying to prepare your exam, I think this brief introduction will help you as well. And then is a convert between positive, that's great, and positive and positive hexadecimal. Similarly, positive hexadecimal there, and a base 16 and positive base 16. Yes, here it is. Maximum binary number length of 16 bit. Yes. What is it? For example, where we use binary system, we can store in 8-bit format, in 16-bit format. Here we are using maximum binary number length is here 16-bit normally, and we will use it. And similarly, we will cover all these concepts in depth, how to convert from base binary to decimal, decimal to binary, or decimal, and similarly hexadecimal to positive binary, and positive binary to decimal, hexadecimal. We will see that. Understand how and why hexadecimal is used as a beneficial method of data representation. Oh, good. That's a great topic. Areas within computer science that hexadecimal is used should be identified. That's good. We will see that where the hexadecimal system is utilized, why it is mandatory, because it is written in short format as well, and it's very easy than binary, and then hexadecimal as well, then decimal identity as well. Okay, and hexadecimal is easier for humans to understand than binary, as it is shorter than binary. Yes, this is a question which has been addressed. Why we want to use hexadecimal? Because it's easy for humans to understand than binary. Okay, and it's shorter represent binary as well. Add two positive 8-bit binary integer. If we want to add two 8-bit binary integers, okay, understand the concept of overflow and why it occurs in binary decision. What is overflow? Just like we think in putting, you know, pouring water into glass, and it pours out, it's overflow. And similarly, you can consider your bits, if some carry is going on, then it's called overflow. And how it is shifted from left to right and right to left, it is another concept we will discuss in details. And overflow error will occur if the value is greater than 2 in an 8-bit register. Okay, if there is a register which can contain 8 bits only, And to keep 2 power 8 is something which goes into 256, because the numbers are being considered 0 to 225, 255. If there is another bit, it comes to 256, 257, then there will be error in that. It's called error, yeah, overflow error will be represented. Similarly, a computer or a device has predefined limit that it can represent a store, for example, 16 bit. That's good. An overflow error occur when a value outside this limit should be returned. Yes, when there is a error occur and same value outside this limit is being returned, then an overflow error may occur. That's great. Now, another candidate should be able to perform a logic called binary shift on a positive 8-bit binary integer. Understand the effect this has on the positive binary integer. And here we will also see in that, and what are the notes saying in it. Perform logical left shift. Yes, there are shifting as there. It's a very important concept from left shift, right shift. We will use logical left shift, right shift, and then perform multiple shift. Bit shifted from the end of register are lost, and zeros are shifted and are at the upper end of the register. Yes, some bits are also lost as well in registers. And the positive binary is multiplied and divided according to shift perform. Yes, multiply done in that way. The most significant or least significant are lost. Okay, most significant, which gives highest importance to that number, is a most significant bit, and then the least significant bit are there, which has less value to it. And then use the two's completed number system to represent positive and negative 8-bit number. Yes, we can use two's complement. I hope you have understood this concept in your elementary schools as well. Otherwise, uh, if you don't know, don't worry. We will explain you in a better way. Convert a okay, here we go. Convert a negative binary identity integer to a two's complement bit integer and vice versa. Okay, now we are still moving, and then is a text, sound, and image. Yes, this is very important. So all of you are familiar. What is text? Okay, then what is sound? Then what is image? You are seeing pictures. These are the images. Can you should be able to what we will learn in that how understand how and why computer represents text and the use of character sets in American Standard Code for information interchange, ASCII and Unicode. These are the two basic phenomenon, ASCII and Unicode. Nowadays, Unicode is the latest one. ASCII is a limited one, but these both are very important for understanding texting. Text is converted to binary to be processed by computer. Now, ASCII provides that format. A is represented for some value in binary, and B and so on. And similarly, in Unicode, we see emojis and different text with the help of this, these formats in Unicode. Unicode allows for a greater range of characters, symbol. Here it is than ASCII and different language emojis. Still okay? I hope you got it. And then is the concept of Unicode requires more bits per character than ASCII. Okay, Unicode because it's it has a longer range. That's why it's a very obvious that it will contain more bits for a single character than ASCII. And understand how and why computer represents sound, including the effects of sample rate and sample resolution. A sound wave is sampled bar sound to be converted to binary. Yes, okay. When there is something we are processing, we are saying about the sampling rate, something. So sample taken in 1 second is we are going to see it. What is sample? It is some part of the sound we take it and convert it into binary, and then it is being converted into binary for computer to understand. That's very important for us to understand all these things. And then is the number of sample taken in a second. The sample is a number of bits per sample. So if for we take some sample, for some part from sound wave, if a number of sample which we take in 1 second is a sample rate. Understand it. This is a basic concept in sound and communication. And sample resolution is the number of bits per sample. It's a very important. How many bits are there in one sample? And number of samples in 1 second is the sample rate, but sample taken, okay, take number of bits per sample is a sample resolution. The accuracy of recording in the files increases as the sample resolution increases. So when we call that quality of a sound is good or bad, we are considering these most important factors. And for sound, one is sampling, a rate. It means the number of samples per second, and resolution increase, number sample resolution, number of bits. If there are number of bits are more in one sample, then the quality or accuracy will be much higher for sound. And then is the concept of text, sound, and images content. Understand how and why computer represents image. This we take photos, pictures, and then how and why computer represents image includes the effects of the resolution, color, depth. That's important. So here it is, these are notes and guidance for you. An image is series of pixels that are converted to binary, which is processed vector. Yes, it's a combination of pixels, we call it dots, something, which are converted to binary first and processed computer. Because computer always convert binary to convert anything. Text is converted to binary, sound is converted, sample is converted to binary for sound. Here, pixels are converted to binary, so that computer can understand. That's a very important thing. And similarly, the color depth is the number of bits used to represent each color. No, color depth is the number of bits used to represent each, color. That's a very important. Just like sample resolution, number of bits per sample were there for quality of the sound. Here, we are moving forward the color. If number of bits per, color, uh, each color is more, there are and depth, color depth, there will be a very good color, and depth of the color will be great. Okay, size and quality of the image increases as the resolution and color depth increases. That's good. No, if we move for quality, we increase the number of bits for that color and resolution, uh, and color depth, it means increases, then there will be much more size. Just like if we are for images, picture, for video, 720, or we are moving forward for further resolution, then you will see that at your computer much more space will be taken for the higher resolution, and similarly for picture as well. So that's why we will see these factors as well. Okay, and then is the data storage and compression. Understand how data storage is measured. That's a very important. No, notes and gadgets, there are lots of bits. Bits is single dot, we can call it, and bits, 8 bits is a 1 byte, and then nibble, kilobyte, 2 to power 10, and megabyte, 2 to power 20, gigabyte to 30, terabyte 12, to pip byte, it means 2 to power 15, and 2 to 18 exabyte. Okay, that's great. And then the amount of previous denomination represent in the data storage size, 8 bits in a byte, 1025 megabits in a gigabyte. That's great. And then is the calculate the file size of an image file and a sound file using information giving. Okay, answer must be sorry. Yes. Answer must be given in the units specified in the questions. Calculation must use the mere 1025, not 100. Okay, when we call 2 to power 10, it is equal to 1024 and not 100. That's why question, if you are attempting into it, then you will raise to 2 power 10 equivalent to 1024, not 100. Yes, students, this is very important for conversion from to the binary. But and 1 kilo in decimal binary number is 1000, but in binary it is equivalent to 1024, and it's an important concept to consider. Information given may include image resolution and color depth. Okay, what is this resolution number of bits? In a color, and color depth, resolution, and sound sample rate, resolution, and length of the track. Okay, when we are going to store it. Okay, then understand the purpose of and need for data compression. Compression exists to reduce size of the file. There are lots of apps are available, and you can reduce, its size, because if one file is taking 1 gigabyte. After compression, it may take 100 megabyte, and this is a basic concept to reduce the size of the some image or video. What is the less bandwidth required? Of course, before submitting from one place to another, one computer to another, one source to the other source for through communication, then it needs bandwidth. If its size is larger, then there is there is a lot of bandwidth to send a file, and simply less storage space required, and shorter transmission time. Because if there is a larger file, for example, 10 gigabytes for a file, and then 10 megabytes, okay, 1 gigabyte for a file, then 10 gigabytes will take more time to transmit than for 1 gigabytes. That's why compression comes into play to reduce the size of that. Okay, hopefully you got it. And then come the candidate should be able to understand how files are compressed using lossy and lossless compression method. Okay, there are two types. Lossy means something loss occurs because some bits are lost in that way for compression, but just to reduce the size of the file or something. And similarly, lossless without losing anything. There are two type of compression are there, and here lossy compressor reduces the size by permanently removing data. For example, reducing resolution or color depth, reducing sample rate or resolution. Okay, when we talk about how to talk about reducing resolution or color depth or reducing sample rate or resolution, we are taking and in the case of lossy, then some data is bits are permanently removed, and lossless compression reduces the file without permanent loss of data. But here the permanent loss doesn't occur, and run length encoding. For example, there is a technique which we can use run length encoding. Here, data loss is not permanent, but for temporarily. But for the lossy compression, it's a permanent. This is the main difference. I hope you got it. And then comes the data transmission. Second part is for paper one, and what are it? Types and method of data transmission. Before the students moving ahead, I would request you to subscribe to our this channel, and you will get such kind of valuable videos and online lectures are uploaded video in future as well. You may press bell icon to get notification in time. If you can share with your friends as well. Types and method of data transmission, candidate should be able to okay understand that data is broken down to packets to be transmitted. This structure of packet. Okay, now when we transmit something, it is in the form of packet. What is packet? Contains different information, and for it contains basically packet header for information for destination, payload, actual information, and trailer bits are something which gives security or something to the your packet as well. And then the packet header includes destination address, packet number, and originated address as well. What is the destination? Because something we send to the destination that packet header contains that destination address, and then packet number is there. What is the number 1 to 4, and originated address because of what we are originating from. Original source is address is there in that packet header. This is the process of packet switching. Okay, data is broken down into packets. Okay, each packet could take a different route. A router controls the route a packet takes. Okay, now this is if a packet may arrive out of order. On the last packet arrive once the packets are reordered. Okay, now this is a phenomena which normally has been addressed very beautifully. Each packet can go in a different order, and it is reordered according to the original sources. And this is the basic concept of packaging and switching phenomena. and we will see in detail. Describe how data is transmitted from one device to another using different method of transmit. There are different methods, to transmit something. This is a concept of uh, communication, including serial, one by one, parallel, multiple, packets are going in one direction. Simplex, going in one direction, not coming back. Okay, and half duplex, one is talking. When one is talking, other is listening, and then uh, one will send, another will listen. But in full duplex, just like we uh, talk nowadays in mobile or our online communication and voice messages, you see that it's both way. It's called full duplex. This is the basic phenomenon, okay, concept of communication, and that's a data transmission. This is a way you can see that. And but we will cover all these in detail and in depth as well, hopefully. Explain the suitability of each method of data transmission for a given scenario. Yes, including advantage disadvantage of each method. We will cover in future, inshallah. Understand the universal serial bus interface and explain how it is used to transmit it. USB is very important. USB port, we are inserting some cards, some external devices are connected through USB port, and it's a universal serial bus, and we will understand that what are its benefits and drawbacks. We will cover it. Okay, and then comes the methods of error detection. Okay, now, when we send some data from source to destination, it may reach, it may have lost. So, there are different techniques available, which are mandatory, which are mandatory to check before reaching to the destination, And there are many techniques which we will cover, and all these techniques will be covered just like here it is in how an automated repeat recovery can be utilized and so on. Error can occur during data transfer due to interference, data loss, data gain, and data change. Okay, the three types of error may occur. We may lose some bits, but we can gain some extra unnecessary bits, and then data can be modified as well. And then parity bit is a checker bit, you can call it, and parity block check is also there. So all these things will be included. Encryption, what is understand the need for purpose encryption? Is include the use of public and private keys. Okay, symmetric encryption and asymmetric encryption are there. Two types of encryption are there. We will see both of them, because when we send data over the communication line, we take data in a secret format. We encrypt it and then decrypt it at the destination to get the same data, so that our data is secure. So, dear students and learners, we have reached to the hardware. I think for today it's enough. We will continue from here, and we will see hardware, and we will try to cover in 2 to 3 lectures, I think, uh, these syllabus concept. Then we will move forward for each topic lecture. And I hope you have got some valuable information from this lecture. If you are new, or if you understood our concept, kindly subscribe to our channel and press bell icon and share it with friends. So, we are going to